Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. First, it's been a little crazy, a little busy. You see, we do other stuff besides just talk about flipping cars. Not much. But anyway, so I'm going to get back to my series. Today I'm going to shoot 4 consecutive ones, and basically I'm going to give you the pluses and cons, and what we're going to be talking about is market. So what I mean by that, there's 4 different markets. There's a cash market, there's a prime market, which is also known as an excellent credit market, prime financing, whatever you want to call it. Then there's a subprime market, which is edgier credit, and then of course there's an in-house market. So there's 4 different markets. Each one requires just a little too much time for me to put it all in one, so I'm going to break it over 4. This particular one, I believe, is number 108 on our flipping car series, and this is going to be the cash market. Now there's some pros and cons to the cash market, and what I mean by this is if you're going to go buy your cars and you're going to be in one specific market, you need to figure out how you're going to get paid, and if you're going to be a cash dealer. And what I mean by that is, if you're not going to be a cash dealer, that means you're going to have to figure out how you're going to finance your primary customers, how you're going to finance the people with bad credit, and what are you going to do about people with really bad credit. So a lot of dealers don't want the extra added aggravation for financing. There's a lot of stuff involved. You have to have dealer agreements with the lenders usually. Subprimes are risky, everything about it. So some dealers just say, hey, you know what, cash and carry. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me give you a few tips if you're going to go cash and carry. If you're going to cash and carry, to me, that's the cleanest, easiest way to do car business. It's not the most profitable, but it is the easiest way. And remember when I told you have to have your niche? Now, if you know that you're going to be a cash market dealer, now you figure out your niche and you shouldn't be a problem. Some of the easier markets to stay in would be under 10,000. There's a $1,500 to $3,500 market, 35 to 6,000, 6 to 8, 8 to 10. Anyway, you just kind of figure out where you're at in the food chain and what you'd like to do. Now, some disadvantages to being a cash dealer is your inventory. You don't have as fast as turnover on your inventory because you don't have the ability to offer finance. The guy down the street looks at the same car, he goes, oh, wait a minute, just drive it, I'm going to go ahead and finance it for you. Then you might be out of sale. But, it's one of those things. If you just want to be a cash-only dealer, you need to figure out what your budget is, kind of spread out your cost, all that stuff, and stay on cash only. Definitely, that's a niche that you want to get into. You want to specify what yours is because you don't want people that have 20 grand in their pocket going down the street. If you have 5 cars for $20,000, you want them coming to you. But at the same time, you don't want people looking for brand new used cars coming to your lot if all you have is $5,000 cars. So anyway, understand your market on the cash market, and of course specify your niche. Now, like I said, there's pluses and minuses to all of it. One of the big pluses, cash. Cash is always king. You get your money up front. There's no hassle, no risk really. The only thing is inventory is not going to move as fast. You're really in a highly competitive market, but it is clean and there's no hassle with finance. So it depends on what you're really about. Anyway, if you've got any questions about that, please feel free to let me know, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this one and tell you that we appreciate all the support we've been getting, and we're going to go roll into number 2, support home front hugs. And if you have any questions about flipping cars, please feel free to chime in. If you have any good information to share with our viewers, please feel free to chime in. Like I said, we've got 3 more to go here, but that's the pluses and cons to having a cash-only dealership. Now we're going to talk about prime financing and the pluses and minuses of that. So come back and see us. Peace out from the Car Man.